Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Yvonne from GingerChickRehab. I am so glad to have you back and checking out what Chris and I are up to. So in today's video, I am making over some more vintage suitcases. So my friend Kathy, when I went through her mom's estates, some of the things that she just didn't really know what to do with, she just happened to mention about suitcases, and I was actually in the process of making those two end table suitcases. So I'm like, hey, bring them over, let me look at them, let me see what I can do with them. So this is their journey of what I did to them to get them made over and get them ready to resell. Yes, at first glance you think, oh, these are in wonderful condition, especially compared to the last two vintage suitcases that I just made into end tables. So yeah, these are a little bit better, but then they're a little bit worse in other areas also. But when Kathy asked me to go through her mom's estate, and then she's like, hey, what would you do with vintage suitcases? I'm like, oh, well, I just made a couple end tables, bring them on over and I'll take a look at them. So I couldn't help but get these made over while I still had the vision in my head. But of course, the first things first, old vintage suitcases, when they have sat around, definitely have a smell. And plain and simply, I'm just going to take all the fabric out. Now that I have all the fabric out, there's some hardware that you just can't remove because it has rivets and it would just cause it to have holes in your suitcase. So sometimes you just have to leave it alone. So now all I'm only going to do is go in and give it a good cleaning. And oops, I forgot one of the hooks that was keeping the fabric on. So another screwdriver, get that taken off. Anything I could remove, I did. Now that I've got them all cleaned up and they are dry, I'm going in with some Waverly ink chalk paint, and I'm just going to do basic black. This is so pigmented. It is just going to give the inside of these suitcases, just clean them right up and just make them look nice and fresh. And yep, I'm just going to paint over anything that's there. Then when that Waverly ink chalk paint is dry on the inside, I'm going to seal it in with some clear coat by Rust-Oleum. I don't know. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the inside. I think most of these pieces are really just going to be decorations, but I still want you to be able to use it as storage if you would like it to be. So cleaning out that inside and sealing that paint in. And then now for the outside. Now this is a pleather material type of stuff, so I wanted to make sure that the paint was going to be good and on there. So I'm going in with some primer. This is really good for MDF board and plastic, so I think it would definitely help my final paint color adhere really well. I'm not taping off any of the hardware or anything like that. I can go back and do my detail pieces because it all really has that very orangey going on there. And then the hardware, I don't really want to emphasize it. It's okay hardware, but I don't think it's what I want to show off. And then the bigger suitcase, just plain and simply was missing the 2 latches, so I'm definitely not going to emphasize that. Now after my primer had a few hours to dry, it's rainy here in Michigan, so the humidity, even though you have your workshop all closed up, it's still humidity. Just would not let it dry because it's supposed to be a fast drying primer, but I wanted to make sure that it was good and dry. So now I'm going in with my Graco 2-Coat 360 handheld spare, and then I have Kills paint and primer that's watered down to just a wee bit to spray these. Yep, I am spraying these white. I think they will be beautiful accent pieces to anybody's decor. So yes, and I have a definite plan for these as I have some transfers that I'm going to be putting on them. These suitcases definitely were not a tight seal, as you can see, especially the larger one. You could see that gap, and then the small travel case, it had some droppage and it was missing a piece. So unfortunately, I did have to go back in and touch up the insides again with some Waverly ink and seal that back in, but this was minimal. After 2 coats of paint and then flipping them so I could get the underneath, I have them now all painted. And look at these cute little owls that I ordered off of Amazon. What really got me is there was a little bit of stampage, airmail type of graffiti graphics with these, however you want to say it. That's really got me with the traveling. When I did the other suitcases, I did a print and copy of a lot of things off Pinterest and Graphics Fairy, but I spied that is what I saw first, and I thought, oh, the owls are very pretty. I don't want to go crazy with the owls. I want 1 owl per suitcase. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut it all apart. I'm going to cut all the owls and all that little stampage and postage all apart so I can get a general idea of what I have. Didn't think I was going to have to fill in these holes, but that's the thing about white paint. If there's a spot, it's just like a shadow that's going to stick out. So a little bit of wood putty to fill that in as I'm deciding, playing with all which owls I want and what the postage and the airmail and all that whatnot, graffiti, graphics I want to put on these suitcases. So right now I just have them taped with some masking tape, getting my idea. So I think I have my general idea. I have 2 that I have to wait for the wood putty to dry before sanding and painting those spots. But for this one, I can start attaching my transfers to. So, yep, I'm just going to make my decision. I picked out the grayish kind of coordinating owls. I doubt whether somebody's going to buy all 3 suitcases, but just in case, it'll be a nice display in our booth. So now I'm just taking off that backing and I wanted to make sure that I had them the way that I wanted them before getting ready to start rubbing them on. And I know anybody that is a Harry Potter's fan, I'm sure they spied that 9 3/4. I actually separated the 9 3/4. I do like myself some Harry Potter, but not necessarily something I'm going to resell that would either help it sell or not help it sell. So I was opening it up to the general buyers that, yes, they did not sell these transfers as a Harry Potter theme. I just went for the owls. I did not realize that this set didn't have a scraping tool with it. I'm so used to buying a set and it has a scraping tool with it, but it did not. So I'm just using one of the metal spatulas I have here in my workshop to start rubbing on and getting this transfer onto the suitcase. So now I'm going to go back in and sand where I put that filler in the holes and then give it a spray of shellac before proceeding to paint it with the Kills paint and primer. This will just fill in that porosity and hopefully you'll notice it a lot less than it was when it was a hole. That I have my transfers all on. I knew I wanted to paint the binding on the side, but I just wanted to wait till I got it all on. I was unsure if I wanted to do a gray that matched the owls, but I don't really think that had that vintage suitcase kind of vibe going on. So I'm using Waverly's chalk paint in the Truffle color, which I actually used that on one of the other suitcases I did, and I actually love that color. It definitely has that type of vintage suitcase vibe. Now that I have all my transfers on, my seams are painted. Now I'm going back in with a little bit of sandpaper and just scuffing up, giving a little bit of age to those owls. I'm going to seal everything in with polycrylic, and I know you noticed the bottom part isn't. Before I flipped them on the other side to paint it, I wanted to make sure that they were sealed in first, so sealing everything in with polycrylic. I talk about God wink moments all the time, and I wanted this one that didn't have any latches, that can't stay closed, and it's really hard to attach any type of magnets to keep this one closed. I was actually going to put it on a TV tray as a base to make it a little side table. But God wink moment, going to Goodwill while I'm in the process of it, and here is a luggage rack in beautiful shape. All it did was need to be screwed onto that for the $329. It didn't even need to be painted. Watching today's video, and what did you think? Yes, I kept that classic white. I like that brown binding edging on the sides of it. Just has that vintage suitcase vibe, and I absolutely love those owls when I ran across those. I think it was a recommendation from Amazon of looking up furniture transfers. I did actually think they were a little bit bigger when I saw them on screen because I didn't read the sizes. But I absolutely love them, and I know they kind of had that Harry Potter if I would have done that 9 3/4, but I just want to keep it simple. I want to open up the buyer's So yes, and yes, I definitely love that bright white, sealing that all in. They should be good to go. And so the one with the two, the one that was missing the clasp, God wink moment, I actually had a TV tray that I was thinking about putting it on top of and having Chris attach it to that. And in the moment of going into Goodwill every day, there was that luggage. Right. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thank you, God, for $3.29. Yes, this is exactly what we needed for this piece of luggage. So thank you. So again, if you like this kind of content, give me a like, give me a quick comment of what you thought, or have I inspired you in any way? Do you have suitcase laying around between my end tables and then just painting them over for some decor pieces? And I know the luggage rack it's an end table type now. You could little extra storage in your bedroom, the end of the bed, a guest room. I guess there is a lot of possibilities for it. So, and then the other two decor pieces, we kept them nice inside. You can use them for some extra storage if you want, or just display those beautiful owls. So again, thanks for watching today's video, guys. And if you're new and you're checking out this content for the first time and you liked what you saw, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know when we've uploaded a new video. And we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye.